is In the Know for Wednesday, May 31, the 151st day of 2023. There are 214 days left in the year. Good morning, EMB, guiding you through In the Know at K105. On Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose, live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app, using the SoundCloud, iTunes, or Spotify podcast, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we're going to update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. We've got your chance to win later on in the show today. We will preview the month of June, what you have to look forward to at various dates in June. That and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Can you believe we're completing the 5th month of the year today?
Yes and
Does
no.
it feel like it's been 5 months already and we'll soon be at the halfway point of the year?
I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
Some of it feels like it is really rushed, and how did we get here? But
I
then
mean,
on the other hand, it's been like, whoa, okay.
I'm also being handed a note. People want to know about the update on the rose bushes. How are the rose bushes doing today?
Well, hard to say. I cut them back really hard the other day. What I have left of them are green.
So the jury's still out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I will know for a bit.
So far, so good is what you're saying.
So far, I'm still praying for them, yeah.
Over there in chair number 2, we say good morning and welcome back to Grayson County Family and Consumer Sciences agent, very special agent, Natalie Tall. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Been a minute
It has been. Where have you been hiding yourself?
in my office,
Yeah?
working hard.
Must be lots of family and consumer sciencing going on.
There is.
You call it sciencing?
Sciencing. I'm going to now.
What do you do over there on Quarry Road? We do sciencing. I mean,
Sciencing
it's,
stuff.
I think people know what that means. Surely. Well, good to see you. I'm going to put you on the spot later and ask you about your job.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're willing to talk
All right,
about
I
your
took
job?
notes. Yeah.
I do. The banner headline of this morning is good news from Lexington that Grayson County's Owen Brown has advanced to the state tennis quarterfinals with a win early this morning over Central Hardin's Jacob Juranic. He won 6-2, 6-2, so made quick work of that. He'll play again at 12:30 Central Time this afternoon. He'll be against Henry Clay's Evan Dougal for a chance to make the Final Four. So good luck to Owen this
that's
morning.
awesome.
And he'll be in action again this afternoon. And you can follow along at K105 Sports on Twitter to be able to see how that goes. Weather-wise, there is a chance of rain in the forecast for today. It sets up a pattern of a couple of days where we have more than a nominal chance of rain, but it's primarily going to be the pop-up thunder shower variety. When you get this much heat and humidity pumping into the atmosphere, you might get an isolated downpour, but I wouldn't bank on it. Probably still need to make watering plans if you're into the watering mode. 30% chance of rain today, a high of 88, 89 tomorrow with a 2 in 10 chance of rain. Then the 90s come in for the first time this year. 91 Friday, 92 Saturday, 92 Sunday, 90 on Monday. And looks like a dry Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Were you all aware there was an earthquake in Kentucky on Monday?
Yes.
No.
Sort of.
You sort of knew?
Sort of. A friend of mine that lives in Western Kentucky had posted about it, but then I didn't read anything else.
Is your friend in McLean County or nearby
Yes.
McLean County?
Yes.
The U.S. Geological Survey said a 3.3 magnitude quake hit 4 miles west of Calhoun, about 21 miles south of Owensboro, at about 9:45 Monday night. The quake was centered about 6 miles below the Earth's surface. This story says surface. Below the Earth's surface.
You had one job.
No, I don't know who typed that. I guess it's the AP or something. A 2.5 magnitude aftershock struck an area about 3.7 miles west of Calhoun 4 minutes after the initial quake, and people in Owensboro felt the tremor, but maybe people in Grayson County, maybe not. I don't know. I was still fighting with our TV at 9:45 on Monday night, trying to watch Saving
I was
Private
in
Ryan.
Yes, you
Owensboro on Monday. What time was it?
9:45 Monday night.
Oh, yeah, no. Nope.
She's like, no. I was
Nope.
in bed.
I'm going to say, what are you doing out so late? That's the middle of the night.
No, it really is.
these days. Debt limit deal continues to be debated in Washington. The McCarthys and the Bidens, them and theirs, they worked out a deal, but then of course it's being argued back and forth, and whether it's good, whether it's bad. And for those people that say that they're not going to pass the bill, I don't know what they expect to get accomplished, because the deadline is the 5th. So I guess the deadline is Monday. So it's a lot of work. If you go back to the drawing board, it would be hard to go back to the drawing board and get anything accomplished by the deadline on Monday. But the idea of going back to the drawing board, it's probably not practical, but I do from time to time wonder, what if we just started from scratch with our federal government? And what if we just sent everyone home and said, let's start again with a blank canvas. Let's go through the process and seat Congress and just start all over again. I wonder what would happen. Because it really, that would be the only fair way of doing it, is everybody blames everyone else. You say, okay, well, everybody go home.
Yeah.
And then
Everybody leave.
And then we'll see. Because I still marvel at the idea of how we send modestly wealthy people to Washington, like a Joe Biden, and they serve in the Senate for 50 years, making a couple $100,000 a year. But 50 years later, making a couple of $100,000 a year on their Senate salary, they have millions and millions of dollars. Like, now wait a minute.
Hold up.
Okay, I get $200,000 over 5 years is $1 million, but you got to back out your expenses, et cetera, et cetera. So how does a person in our U.S. Senate or in Congress, how do the Pelosi's, how do the McConnells, how do the Bidens of the world, how do they amass this huge, huge wealth on a salary serving our nation? So I think maybe our system is just off kilter. Maybe we need to try again. A wanted felon and another man with a parole violation warrant has been arrested at a Clarkson apartment complex. This happened last night about 10:15. The sheriff's office developed information that led them to two suspects at Aaronwood Apartments on North Patterson. They made contact with a 40-year-old Tony Dupin and a 22-year-old Mylan Saltzman. Dupin, according to the Department of Corrections, absconded from parole after his conviction in Grayson County in November 2021. He was also wanted on 2 warrants. Dupin is on parole until November 2024. Saltzman was wanted on a parole violation warrant, so picked up and thrown back in. A vehicle, 3 people escaped serious injuries after a vehicle rear-ended another vehicle on Highway 54 yesterday. Happened actually last evening about 7:45, just before dark. The sheriff's office and LFD and GCEMS responded to the 1800 block of Owensboro Road. Apparently, a car being a Hyundai Sonata driven by a woman from Grayson County turned left westbound on Owensboro Road from the Scotty's private drive. A westbound Chevy Malibu driven by a Bowling Green man attempted to avoid striking the Sonata, but rear-ended and both spun off the road, and you can see there on your screen how they ended up, but no serious injuries there, so that's good. All new and prospective students are invited to attend the ECTC's open house days from 4 to 6 every Tuesday in June and July, except for the 4th of July, and August 1st and 8th at the Elizabethtown campus. So if you're new to ECTC or you're thinking about college, the open house days are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 6 throughout most of the summer. Their summer schedule starts June 6th if you want to take summer school. Or if you just want to get ready for going back to school in August, now's a great time to start asking the questions that lead you to knowledge. A Caneyville felon with a history of theft, drug, and assault arrests have been jailed on theft and persistent felony offender charges. 28-year-old Stephen Embry was charged after his indictment by a Grayson County grand jury for theft by unlawful taking and first-degree persistent felony offender. He is lodged in the Grayson County Detention Center. All right, let's talk about something that's more fun. Family and consumer... I'm tired of talking about jailing people. Family and consumer sciences. What's the homemaker in chief got scheduled for the summer?
Well, I was thinking, I don't have a lot going on. I do. And I sat down and looked at my calendar.
You thought you didn't until you made a list.
I made a list,
All right,
right?
got it. Yep.
So the first thing coming up is Seniors in the Park. Our second Seniors in the Park Day is next Tuesday. Those are the first Tuesdays of the month through October. Anyone and everyone is welcome.
No, wait a minute.
And I have questions about this too.
Oh, okay.
You go first.
What constitutes a senior?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
so
this high school senior?
this is not a high school senior.
Okay.
They could come if they wanted to. They'd probably learn a little something.
Yeah.
A little something.
Right.
What qualifies you as an elder senior? Asking for
how
a friend.
you feel in your heart
Yeah.
is how you know. So I'll tell you, we advertised it as Seniors in the Park because Parks and Rec actually approached me and said that they wanted to. There were other counties that were doing similar things, and could we do something? I was like, yeah, absolutely. And so I was thinking, we have this aging in place and aging. What's it called? Keys to Embracing Aging. So I was like, okay, I could do these little like tidbits in the park. We'll do it in the pavilion, get people out together. And the first one I did was called Exercise Your Way. Okay. So it was just an information type thing. But we had like 25 people sign up, which is great. But then they all thought it was an exercise class. And I was like,
They brought their yoga mats.
Did
and
you
everything.
have to do like jumping jacks for
So,
them?
well,
or-
through this program, the program that I taught, because it was a hit, I did teach it around the Lincoln Trail area with homemakers. And so I thought, and they loved it. So I thought, this will be a hit. So that's what we'll start it off with. And then we'll just kind of go from there, flying by the seat of my pants here.
Sure.
And so registration is not actually required. I do request that if you're going to come, register so I know about how much stuff to bring. So we had like 25 people register, and we start getting calls. And somebody asked, "Are you going to do jujitsu?"
yeah.
And I was like, I don't. And then we had another call
Did you
about
look
what
that
type of exercises, and I thought, okay, we're going to have to pivot. So what we
Pivot,
have done, and it
pivot.
actually turned out so for the better. So what I've done is I've contacted fitness instructors here in Grayson County. I am collaborating with them. So like, for example, on Tuesday next week, I'm going to be talking just like 10 minutes about staying mentally fit as we age. So I'm going to do a little talk, and then we have Melanie Dennison coming to do Zumba Gold under the pavilion out at the park. So and then I've got other fitness instructors lined up for the rest of the dates.
Okay.
So
Well, so that helps me tremendously. So Mama Joyce, she is not going to be wanting to do Zumba Gold,
Right.
or jujitsu.
Or
Oh,
jujitsu.
yeah.
Jujitsu.
Now she may want to do that if it's like throat punching or something.
I haven't
but
had
no.
an instructor for that yet. So, if
So,
anybody out there,
okay, so for Mima, she is limited in mobility.
right?
So if I load her up, put her in a wheelchair, and bring her, what's going to happen? Is it more socialization?
Yes, there'll be-
the
there'll
10
be-
minutes with you listening.
Yes, socialization, and then she may feel like that she can participate in the Zumba Gold. They may be able to provide modifications, and we're really trying to focus on all fitness levels. So
Well,
we're gonna see
I heard your way. Like,
Yes.
your
Your
way,
way.
the way you can do.
the
it.
way you can do it. So that's coming up next Tuesday, and then just real quick, I'm getting ready to release my canning series, our food preservation series dates. We've got one virtual class that's just going to be kind of you've never canned before. We're going to talk about filling jars, the difference between a hot pack and a cold pack, just kind of the very, very basics. That's going to be an online class. And then we're going to have 4 hands-on classes for
Okay.
water bath canning and pressure canning. So that's coming up towards the end of June. Be on the lookout. Dates will be released this week.
So the online class, let's
Uh-huh.
just say that I'm doing the show while you're presenting that online class.
Right.
Can I go back and watch it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let me know.
I haven't
Okay.
decided that yet.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
see.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe
I haven't
no
decided if it's going to
on-demand
be a
option.
recorded
Exciting.
thing, and that like you can request the recorded link.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have to look into that a little bit, but my wheels are turning on it.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
my
if I can help, let
my,
me know.
Yeah.
my question remains: if one has been offered membership in the AARP, not that they've accepted membership, and certainly
Because they may
and
be too
certainly
proud.
and
Right,
certainly they're
right,
not
I get it.
ARD.
All right. Yeah.
They're not ARD.
Yes.
But they're at an age where
your friend
they might
is welcome.
be.
Your
Okay,
friend is welcome.
all right.
And I will say, so we had all ages there. The last one, or the first one, was in May, at the beginning of May, and it was a little chilly, so we weren't really expecting that. So we only had like 12 come out, which I still was a great group. But we also had a young mom there with her like 2 or 3 year old son, and they did the chair exercises with us and participated. So it really is, for anybody. You don't have to.
You are equally as old as you feel and as young as you
Right.
feel.
Yeah,
So,
you get to decide.
I'm going back to, it sounds like you're at Kangburger. You can have it your way, but don't make it crazy.
Yeah.
Exercising your way. I like it.
Well, and I really like Melanie. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
So I think she will do a good job with that. So that's great.
Work up a sweat doing Zumba and then go jump in the lake.
There you go.
Off. Final figures for the 2023 General Assembly were released on Tuesday by the Kentucky Legislative Ethics Commission, indicating a record amount of money was spent by lobbying interests from January through April, confirming that we knew that both sides of the gray machine issue got the most money, but the third highest spender was the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce at just less than $200,000. Reading today that the Old National Bank, I think you know what that was the site of, in April, right after Easter, they have remained closed since that incident, and they only recently started making repairs to the building where some of the plywood was coming down and the glass was being reinstalled. They have decided to permanently relocate their downtown Louisville branch to a building relatively close by, which was a former Stockyards Bank and Trust that's vacant. So it's already set up as a bank with the counters, et cetera. And so they feel like, if you have something like that, a mass shooting or a extremely tragic incident, it probably, when it makes sense to move, just
Right.
because there won't maybe be the stigma over that location going forward. So
Yeah.
it's part of the 400 West Market is where they're moving toward. It's a big 34-story building down there, and so it probably, whatever it takes for them to recover. As the days go by, we're learning more and more about the hotel room shortage in Louisville. You got Railbird, you've got high school postseason, you've got the UK baseball regional, and just your general summer activity. I was hearing yesterday, of course, Kentucky will be hosting an NCAA baseball regional. I was hearing yesterday that apparently some fans like from Ohio or West Virginia or something were complaining that their athletes were having to stay in dorm rooms on UK's campus. And I thought, I don't know what dorm rooms are like in West Virginia, but dorm rooms at UK now are better than your
really
Holiday
nice.
Inn Express.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
I mean, they got great mattresses.
Yes.
There's no sharing of bathrooms. There's
Yeah.
so I don't know. Apparently, West Virginia is way behind the times on dorm rooms. So anyway, busy weekend in Lexington. Got to get to a break. We'll be back with more. Natalie Tall is our guest co-host today here on In the Know.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's. Or as we like to call it, the can't have just one deal. Mix and match a tasty McDouble sandwich, McChicken, savory 6-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, or, for a limited time, any size frozen drink. Buy one, get one for $1. Now try flavors like frozen Coca-Cola, Fanta Blue Raspberry, or Fanta Wild Cherry. Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Rising prices are everywhere, from the gas pump to your electric bill. Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives understand that these times are challenging. That is why we're doing all we can to keep your rates competitive and service reliable. We also have programs that provide options to help you manage your bill. To learn more about what we're doing for you, go to togetherwesaveki.com. Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. Together we save KY.com.
If you're the average person, you only think about income taxes from January to April. But the choices you make 12 months a year have a big impact on your tax return preparation and even your refund. Making adjustments to your financial matters during tax filing season is like trying to lose weight during a routine doctor visit. The certified public accounting firm of Buckles, Travis & Hart work year-round to advise clients on important financial decisions so that during tax filing season, you're carrying a lot less stress and worry. Join the Peace of Mind team with Buckles, Travis & Hart, 270-259-5604. Or GraysonCPAs.com.
At Holiday World and Splash and Safari, sometimes free takes a little convincing, especially with dads.
Free parking? That's how they get you.
They're just naturally suspicious of free stuff. Free soft drinks!
Whoa. That's how they get you.
But after a day of fun on the world's longest water coasters and our 400 drone light show, dads come around. At Holiday World, we get you. We're just not out to get you. That's why there's
free soft drinks, free parking, free soft drinks!
Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
Disgraced tech company founder Elizabeth Holmes reported to prison yesterday to begin serving an 11-year sentence. Ara Spitzer says last year Holmes was convicted of 4 counts of defrauding investors in her blood testing company, Theranos.
Earlier this month, a federal court rejected an appeal from the 39-year-old mother of 2 to remain free while she attempts to have her conviction overturned. Theranos, the company Holmes founded in 2003, raised billions of dollars from investors based on claims that its technology could scan for hundreds of diseases with just a few drops of blood.
And leaders in the artificial intelligence industry, along with academics and even celebrities, are calling for controlling the risk of extinction due to AI. A statement from the Center for AI Safety says mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority, alongside other societal scale risks, such as pandemics and nuclear war. Tech Report, Mark Mayfield.
Today is Save Your Hearing Day. If you lack in the hearing department, Christy Buckles will loan you some of hers.
Oh, yes, I would.
It is Speak in Complete Sentences Day.
Please do it.
So no, I then. Like, don't say things like that. It's also Autonomous Vehicle Day today. Autonomous Vehicle Day. I like the premise. I don't know if I'll be able to relinquish control. On tall farms, do you all have any autonomous tractors or autonomous farm equipment that does all of the work?
No. No. Should we? Probably. But I'm told that you have to have 4 different tractors for 4 different things. So,
as opposed to one tractor, you
that
can
does
just,
everything, right?
Well, that you can hook and
do. I don't know. But yeah, no.
I can see.
Nope, that'd be a negative.
Oh, I guess it's eventually
Maybe.
probably going to have to face the music. I just don't know. I don't know about ever getting in the passenger seat and there not being a human in the driver's seat and just saying, "Okay, drive me somewhere." Much less deciding to watch Netflix or something else and not pay attention to the road. I think kids that are born into that world will be able to adjust, but I don't think those of us who are crossing the bridge will be able
now
to.
I take that back. So we don't have one tractor that does all, but we do have an auto steering for something. What is it? For spraying. For
All
spraying.
right. Well, that's a step in the
So
direction.
it does. Yes. So you drive the outline of the field.
Uh-huh.
And then it auto steers.
That's pretty cool.
That's so.
So,
But
yeah,
that's on one thing.
making it easy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is a brand new month. We'll arrive in the month of Hoon, and here are celebrations for the month of Hoon. And right after Hoon is Hulai. So June is Aquarium month. It's Candy month. It's Dairy month. It's Fight the Filthy Fly month.
Listen. What? Oh, I'm already so mad over flies. And they are filthy.
Yeah, they are filthy.
Gross.
Great Outdoors month. It's Fresh
The movie?
Fruit. It can be.
I hope it is.
Fresh
That's
Fruit
one
and
of the best.
Vegetables month.
Yeah.
National Iced Tea Month, Rose Month,
Oh, dear.
and Turkey Lovers Month.
That's a little weird.
I would think Turkey Lovers Month would be in November,
November.
but I mean, I eat it the year round.
Or
so.
in like April when turkey season is in.
Oh, yeah, that could be too.
You know.
I wonder when Wild Turkey Month is.
So is this tame turkey month?
I think so. Hoon is also, Hoon is VBS month at FBC. That's right. Well, if you'd come to work more often, you could tell people about it.
Oh.
What? Oh, what?
Throwing shade.
What?
Throwing shade.
We missed Yukon yesterday, but he was busy actually doing real work. Fishing week is week 1. Email week is week 2.
Don't like that week.
Flag week is the week that Flag Day falls on. I'll tell you in a moment when Flag Day is. The first full week of the month is National Gardening Week.
The first full week?
First full week of June is National Gardening Week. Tomorrow is going to be Dare Day.
So who decides that it's email week?
There is an organization out, I think somewhere, I'm going to just say Colorado-ish, that started making these days, and they've become they've become kind of the bona fide authority on the days of the years when they're celebrated, and you can petition them to have things added. But
there you go.
No, they're just guidelines. You don't have to observe email week if you don't want to, but some other people
You could observe it by
might.
turning it off.
Okay.
That's true.
I mean, it doesn't really specify.
Just changing your server settings so you never see any of it ever again.
Or turn on the auto response. It's email week, not
email
responding.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. I did think it was funny. I read something not long ago. I suppose it was on Twitter, on something I follow. And it says about tomorrow being Dare Day. It's funny how when you're a kid, you opposite. Like, you don't want to do the dare. When you're a kid, you want to tell the truth. When you're older, you'd rather do the dare and not tell the truth.
100%.
You know? Yeah, I know. Your mileage may vary.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I think
mileage may
I go
vary,
the
but
other
I just thought it was funny how people would be. Oh yeah. World Bicycle Day is June 3. National Cheese Day is June 4. June 4 is also the 21st anniversary of Christy Buckles giving birth.
Yes, it is.
June 6th is the anniversary of the D-Day invasion. It's also Yo-Yo Day. June 10th is Iced Tea Day. Corn on the Cob on June 11. Peanut Butter Cookie on 12. Red Rose Day on the 12th. Flag Day 14. Fresh Veggies 16. Eat Your Veggies June 17. Hollerin' Contest Day on June 17th.
Is that like a hoot and holler?
Hooting and hollering.
I think I will.
Father's Day is June 18.
Bow out.
Kissing Day, June 19. Finally, Summer Day, June 21. Onion Ring, June 22nd.
Ooh, I can get behind that.
Catfish, June 25th. Beauticians, June 26th. Onion, just Onion Day. And Sunglasses Day, both June 27th. And Handshake Day is June 29. Practice your hollering. And
Come to my house and you won't have any problem. I'll practicing.
was Harper ever afraid of her room? Like, did she ever think her room was scary?
No, not her room. No.
Easton old enough to be scared of anything in the room yet or paying attention?
Obviously, but at 2:00 in the morning, he decides he's terrified of his room and needs to come to mine. So,
do you know what it is? Does he say what it is? Or is it just whatever it takes to get to yours?
it's whatever it takes to get to mine, I think.
Okay.
He's sabotaging me.
Well,
I'm positive.
Alea has several things. You know, she has a nightlight, different types of nightlights that she likes. She has one of those glow things.
Right.
She has the thing. She has bears and multiple things that put constellations on the
Right.
ceiling. You know, she got various things. Here are the easiest ways to make your kid's bedroom less scary at night.
I'm all ears.
1, check your mirrors.
There's none in there.
Okay, so
Okay.
checked.
Got it.
But you can see where at night
Yes.
shadows are
Yeah.
different. Kids don't.
Oh,
and so
no, absolutely.
something bounces from the
Yeah.
other side of the room, and a kid catches a glimpse of it and goes, ugh. I still remember we lived on Sequoia for a brief period of time when I was a small child. And there was some type of clown structure or something hanging on the wall.
Nope.
And the way that the moonlight would come in through the windows, I remember and to this day, I think clowns are sort of creepy.
I think I
because
would have
of
moved
that.
that to your sister's room.
I was an only child at this time.
Oh,
I think,
well,
or
Nobody to
my
dump it
sister
on.
didn't have a room. She probably had a bassinet. The middle's the next one. Considered taking down the wall decor. Whether it's, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or whatever it is that can cause things just look different at night. Light things up. That seems to be an obvious one to me. Keep the bed away from any windows. And when you're a kid and you can see out the windows and see the trees moving and whatever it might be, this says behind the curtains. Floor-length curtains are the perfect place to disappear during a game of hide and seek. But when the lights go out, your kids may think someone or something is lurking behind them.
Mm.
There's a monster in my closet. Can I have a glass of water? Turn up the white noise. White noise has become much more popular in the last few years.
Now that may be something I try with Easton. He goes to sleep and I can put him in his bed, but he will wake up inevitably sometime in the night. It might be 11 o'clock or it might be 2 o'clock, but he inevitably wakes up hollering for his mama.
We've been doing the white noise, the thunderstorm, and it sounds, but it's not. It's more rain. You get the occasional harder rain.
Right.
And I'm telling you,
I listen to ocean waves. Listen to ocean waves.
Yeah,
And so he may be, I don't know.
I just realized recently there have been times I'm using 3 different white noise sources. Ceiling fan, bed jet, white noise app, ocean sounds. And I'm thinking, that turns into a cacophony of noise. And then clean their room. Chaos and fear are related, so if a room becomes messy during the day, the mess can cause anxiety when it gets dark. Plus, you don't want to be stepping on a Lego if you have to go in there. So any of those help? Who am I telling? You're the family and consumer sciences expert. You knew all those already.
Well, no, I mean, that's pretty interesting. But my older one, Harper, she doesn't have any issue with that. Her room is a disaster and she sleeps just fine in there, Yeah. And her bed actually is now raised. We built I had an idea and Dustin actually, fulfilled it. So we built I think it's called a captain's bed, where I bought a dresser and then he built a bed frame around the dresser. So the dresser is like part of the bed underneath it. So there's actually like a hidey hole is what we call it underneath her bed.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
I would have been terrified as a child. She doesn't. She thinks it's cool. As
Oh,
all
yeah,
get
I
out,
would have
you know.
been.
Easton is he's still
Cool.
too little. He's just 2 and I think he just wants to be with us because when he comes in bed with us, he sleeps with his hand on my face like this. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like people touching my face.
Well,
I don't want you touching
Or touching
me,
me,
at all.
period. But
it's different for every kid. The hidey hole for Harper, she looks at it possibly as an opportunity
yeah.
rather than
Oh, yeah,
a liability that something may be hiding in there.
Right.
So
But Easton's just too young. I think he just still has separation anxiety going on.
Probably so.
I don't know.
that makes sense. I want to introduce you to the coolest McDonald's on earth. It's from a McDonald's shaped like a UFO in New Mexico to a McDonald's house in a former Norway bank. The restaurant chain has some pretty strange locations. Located in Taupo, New Zealand, this McDonald's was built inside a Douglas DC-3, a plane dating back to 1943. And so McDonald's, airplanes have always played a big role in the McDonald's corporation. So you can actually go in that airplane and order your McDonald's food in New Zealand. I would like to do that. I would like to see that. Okay, if look around your office, not around this one, because it might be me. If you work in an office, then you probably have met a free rider. Free riders are the office jerks you're most likely to encounter. They often don't seem like jerks because they're charismatic and fun. People love having them on their teams, but they don't do any work. Because they are socially savvy, free riders can sniff out and join good teams so they can get all the rewards without doing any of the work. You know anyone like that?
Oh, am I a free rider?
I
have an identity crisis. Is that me? No, I work hard.
You do?
It's not me. Yeah, for sure.
Have you been in organizations, though, where you knew there was a free rider? You might have met one in college, like when you have to bust into study groups. You got the one kid who's like, you're doing all the work and I'm just going to get all the credit. You ever met that person?
Yeah, I think I live with one right now.
And then...
Just kidding.
And then someone has identified there are doers, talkers, and not even trying. When it comes to the office, it's estimated that roughly 25% of us are doers, 50% are talkers, and the 25% don't even try. So you're going to be a doer, a talker, or I know you're not a not even tryer.
I'm a doer and a talker.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably...
I'm either or, I think. I'm either doing or I'm talking. I'm never idle. Never the same.
Out of proportion, though. I think I end up spending too much time talking.
I do too.
Not enough time doing. Got to get to a break. Going to have your chance to win coming up here on In the Know.
Your choice of lifestyle directly affects your health. And while there are many complex factors surrounding your lifestyle, sometimes the simple truth is that you just need to feel better. Well, rest assured, your feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know you and your lifestyle so we can provide sound advice on ways to improve your overall health. So whether your goal is to maintain a healthy lifestyle or overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here. At Midway Pharmacy.
Dwight Butler and Todd Akridge with Americana Real Estate and Auctions is conducting the online-only absolute auction for the Ina Jane Hagerman estate. At auction will be 49.1 acres with a brick 3-bedroom, 1.5-bath home on a basement, 500 square foot cottage, 2 large sheds, a 30 by 40 shop with concrete floor and barn. The property has an approximate 2,000 feet of frontage on Rough River Creek. A great opportunity for farming, homesteading, or subdividing into recreational tracts. The property is located within 1.5 miles of Lafayette Golf Club and 3.5 miles of Rough River State Resort Park. For terms, conditions, and bidder registration, go to americanasales.com. A 10% buyer's premium will be added to determine the final sale price. Don't miss this absolute online bidding-only auction ending June 1st, 2023. For more information, contact Dwight Butler or Todd Akridge, brokers and auctioneers of Americana Real Estate and Auctions.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Kentucky, where the only thing ordinary is the unexpected.
I got everything you need.
Horse country, legendary distilleries, rivers to paddle, lakes to splash and relax, big city vibes and small town charms. This is Kentucky. Come see for yourself. Plan your road trip at KentuckyTourism.com.
I got everything you need.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather.
The heat continues to build into wave country as temperatures inch your way closer and closer to the 90-degree mark. For today, we'll see a high of 87 degrees for Louisville. Scattered showers and thunderstorms will pop back up on the radar throughout this afternoon, though. It won't be a washout, but heavy downpours with thunder and lightning will be possible for those who cash in on the rain. From the Wavestorm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
The 105 Days of Summer is powered by Litchfield Exterminating here on the Twin Lakes Best Mix K105.
Everybody get up.
Did you know apples are part of the rose family?
I did not.
I didn't know that.
Did I?
I also learned, well, I don't know, I may have known this already, but I was reminded that the little stickers on the outside of your apples
They're
from the
edible.
grocery store, they're edible, and
Yeah.
so is the glue.
Do you know, we had this conversation on air not that long ago, and I said out loud, who would eat the sticker?
Oh.
Right? And so now every time, because, Alea likes apples, I like apples, I look at that sticker and I think of what you said. You can eat those stickers, but I still go, who eats the stickers?
Who eats the sticker?
Like on purpose.
Yeah, I don't want to cut up on there. I just don't.
But I remember that. It hasn't been that long ago on the show.
So yesterday, we kicked off our summer giveaway season yesterday. And anytime you show up with something new, like whether you're trying out for a sports team or whatever, the coach usually doesn't run you as hard as he can possibly run you on day one because you've got to get conditioned. So I thought, rather than come out guns a-blazing with the water cooler question, we would make it a big hoop, low to the ground, easy to jump through for your chance to win tickets. Today is going to be to Beach Bend. And so simply all you have to do is text Beach Bend to 270-259-6000. And out of all those entries at the end of the show, we'll choose one, and that will be the winner today. Simple enough. I mean, like, you pretty much don't even have to get up off the couch.
Unless your phone's
Unless your phone's in the
on the
kitchen.
charger across the room. So just text Beach Bend 270-259-6000. Now, it's going to get harder as it goes. I'm just telling you. So don't get used to this. You're going to have to run wind sprints at the end of practice at some point. I'm just not making you run today. Fair enough?
Sure.
All right. Fair enough. The Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat will play one another in the NBA Finals. So you've got the Heat and the Nuggets. And so the internet is having lots of fun with the Heat Nuggets.
That's funny.
So, like the thing you learn first day at McDonald's. Like there's Heat Nuggets. Yeah.
Nuggets.
So
all the way.
It's kind of fun. Taylor Swift fans are experiencing post-concert amnesia due to a rare phenomenon. I heard Rick and Bubba talking at length about this morning, and it was in my prep stack too. And it talks about somebody went online, took to social media. Many users have shared their inability to recall the events of the show, from small details to even significant parts of the concert. Some describe having feelings of guilt after waiting so long to attend the show and leaving without explicit memories. So, you ever experienced anything like this?
That sounds super strange
It's
to me.
very strange.
It's happened to me. I think, not at a Taylor Swift concert, there are those events in life that where your adrenaline is so high or pumping or you're so excited that after the euphoria of doing it wanes,
You don't remember it because you were in a...
It's hard for you to pull out specific instances. Like, well, I'll give you the idea. I told you the one time I went skydiving, the moment I went out the plane, my mind was completely blown over the sensation of it was fear, it was adrenaline rush, it was excitement, it was everything. And I don't remember too much about it because I think my system was just so overwhelmed,
shocked,
that I wasn't filing away the memories. And so a professor in psychology at the State University of New York in Albany said that the experience may be a result of too much excitement. He explained that this is not a concert-specific phenomenon. It can happen anytime you're in a highly emotional state. It's because as a result of feelings of excitement, the body's stress levels increase, which in turn causes neurons associated with memory to start firing indiscriminately. Says this makes forming new memories really hard.
Interesting.
So, I mean, think of it like a hard drive, and that hard drive starts spinning and data starts to, scatter.
Yeah, and you can only intake and keep so much, and
your
you
CPU
filter
can
out.
only
Yeah.
handle so much before data starts spilling in other places.
Yeah.
And I guess it makes sense, but the Swifties finally cracked the code on what did it. The round mound of rebound is not so round. Charles Barkley has dropped 62 pounds. Apparently, he's going to have his own, going to have a TV show on CNN with Gayle King. So I don't know if that's part of it or not. But anyway, Charles looking more svelte, less round. The Succession fans, if you've watched the finale, don't worry, no spoilers. They're not coming. But Kieran Culkin in the series finale of Succession was wearing a $13 T-shirt, and now it is completely sold out across the country. So it was just simple. They were in the Caribbean, and Kieran is wearing this shirt. It looks like a shirt that I would have worn in the 1970s and early 80s. It's just like a cotton T-shirt.
And now everyone has
with
it.
colors, and everyone saw it and said, "Oh, I got to have Kieran Culkin shirt." So it is sold out. He plays Roman Roy on Succession. And I'm reading that Al Pacino is going to be a papa again. 82-year-old Al Pacino and his girlfriend, Noor Alfallah, who is 29 years of age, she's 8 months pregnant, so they're going to be having a child. Let's see.
Good for them.
82 minus 29. All right, carry the, okay. I'm sure it's true love. They're just muy simpatico.
Yeah, of course.
Their interests are the same. Their life experiences are the same. It has nothing to do with money.
Nothing.
It has nothing to do with being 29. They finally met their soulmates after all this time. Got to get to a break. Come back with more. We'll announce a winner coming up here on In the Know.
Here's a news flash. Our society is sick. Violence runs amok. Poverty, homelessness, and drug and alcohol addiction continue to rise. And the common denominator to it all is the breakdown of the family. Dr. Tony Evans says, whoever owns the family owns the future. When family breaks down, crime goes up, poverty goes up, abuse goes up. The saga of a nation is the saga of its families. Dr. Evans is absolutely correct. Children from broken homes are more likely to struggle in reading, spelling, and math. They're also more likely to repeat a grade, drop out of high school or college, and become stuck in a cycle of poverty. Ultimately, every societal problem finds its roots in the breakdown of the family. That's a daunting challenge for our culture to overcome for sure, but we can do it. It begins by actively engaging in the world. That means refusing to stand back and watch as society descends into madness. Instead, we must unify over the importance of the nuclear family. Each of us can do our part to stand for what's good and right in a way that ripples outward, from our own marriages and families to our neighborhoods and to our nation. Our culture can only be as strong as its families. When we disregard the importance of the family, bad things happen. But when we honor family as the bedrock of society, our households and our culture thrive. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
People ask me sometimes, Lance, I'm worried about my finances, and I feel bad because I should be worried, right? I realize that inflation is going to be eating up money. I've got to do something to get around this crazy stock market and Biden's spending spree. Gold has, since the beginning of time, been the resource that God's people have relied on. The silver is mine and the gold is mine, is what the prophet Haggai said during a time of great shaking. To protect your retirement, I recommend that you diversify your 401k or IRA right out of paper assets and into physical gold. And the best way to do that is with Gold IRA from the Birch Gold Group. To see how it works, text the word DIVINE to 989898 to get a free info kit on gold IRAs. Remember, there are no strings attached. By diversifying your retirement account into gold, your savings can be protected. Just text that word DIVINE, Divine, to 989898. Take action right now, and I pray that your family is blessed with continued prosperity.
If there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that our children's health is vitally important. Today, we're talking to Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman about K-CHIP, the Kentucky Children's Health Insurance Program.
K-CHIP is health insurance at no cost for kids up to age 19 who meet eligibility. It's designed to make sure no one falls through the cracks because our future depends on our kids, and we must keep them healthy.
You mentioned that it's $0 for those who are eligible. How does a family qualify?
Those who qualify must meet income guidelines, but the guidelines are generous. We say if your family income is less than $60,000 or $70,000 a year, look into K-CHIP. You may qualify.
Lieutenant Governor, you've been a teacher, a basketball coach, and you're a mother, so it's easy to see why K-CHIP is so important to you.
That's right. Children have always been a big part of my life, and K-CHIP is designed to make sure all kids have health insurance.
To find out more, just search K-CHIP online. That's KCHIP.
This is Kentucky, where the only thing ordinary is the unexpected.
I got everything you need.
Horse country. Legendary distilleries. Rivers to paddle. Lakes to splash and relax. Big city vibes and small town charms. This is Kentucky. Come see for yourself. Plan your road trip at KentuckyTourism.com.
I got everything you need.
Hand, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline.
MB's point to ponder for today. I've just decided to make this a little more specific. Would you rather listen to Fran Drescher laugh for a whole day or be tickled for an hour?
No. Laugh. Listen to the laugh.
Oh, yeah, I would absolutely listen to Fran.
You listen to Fran Drescher's laugh for a whole day rather than be tickled for an hour?
Yep.
Yeah, because somebody's going to be dead. The tickler.
Yeah. I would get violent.
You don't think you don't think you'd eventually get used to it?
Well, I mean, I would
And
get
I'm
violent,
not even that
though.
ticklish.
Right.
But yes, it makes me angry.
Yeah. No, I don't like
makes
it.
me angry.
Don't like it.
You're getting like a...
We feel very strongly.
Yes,
about
we do.
it.
Over here, it's like,
Getting
don't...
angry and nobody's even touching
I
me.
was going to say, not even really much room for discussion on that. Like, cut and dried. Okay.
Well, what about you?
Moving along. I'm not really ticklish, so I don't... Like, it becomes a game to me. Like, you try to tickle me, like, I just get determined. Like, I'm not going to... Because Alea will sometimes try it and be like, all right, kid.
She's the only one that I will let attempt because I can control it on my feet and stuff for a bit, but it annoys the snot out of me.
Yeah, I'm not...
Only her. She's the only one I would...
Oh, we got to give away Beach Bend tickets. So I think you got the list.
Yes.
So I'm going to pick a number ranging. So what do I pick between?
Hang on. 1 through 28.
28 was my baseball number, so I'll go with 28.
Okay, hang on. 8906.
8906. Congratulations. You just won tickets to Beach Bend.
All right.
Make it harder tomorrow.
Okay, I hope so.
May not be so easy. We may stop playing T-ball tomorrow.
Yeah,
We might at least go to Coach Pitch tomorrow and see. On television tonight, you will see on CBS, Homeward Bound, a Grammy salute to the songs of Paul Simon. Garth Brooks, Trisha Yearwood, Eric Church, Susanna Hoffs, Jonas Brothers, Brad Paisley, and more will perform Paul Simon songs. The season 4 premiere of Nancy Drew on the CW.
Oh.
Did the Hardy Boys make a guest appearance?
Okay, so did anybody else, when he said Homeward Bound, go to the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought of Homeward
absolutely.
Bound.
Yeah, the dog. Yeah.
Anyway.
The Discovery Channel has the premiere of Expedition Unknown Unearthed and the season 3 finale of Dave on FXX. I think that's a PG channel, isn't it, though?
I think so.
Today's highlight in history. This date in 1889, some 2,200 people in Johnstown, Pennsylvania perished when the South Fork Dam collapsed, sending 20 million tons of water rushing through the town. In 1790, George Washington signed into law the first U.S. Copyright Act. In 1859, the Big Ben clock tower in London went into operation, chiming for the first time. Birthdays today. Clint Eastwood is 93. Joe Namath is 80. Tom Berenger is 73. Gregory Harrison is 73. Actor-comedian Chris Elliott is 63. Do you recognize Chris Elliott? He is the motel proprietor, or is he the town's mayor on Craps Creek?
Oh, the mayor.
Yeah. Leah Thompson is 62. Corey Hart is 61. Daryl DMC McDaniels from Run DMC is 59. Brooke Shields is 58. Phil Cohen is 56. Colin Farrell is 47. And Waka Flocka Flame is 37.
Yeah,
it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party. Gone but not forgotten. Walt Whitman in 1819. Don Amici in 1908. And Johnny Paycheck in 1938. John Bonzo Bonham was born in 1948. If you've ever heard Led Zeppelin perform, you've heard John Bonzo Bonham. He died way too early. Let's do chart toppers back to 1950. The Bill Snyder Orchestra was number one with Bewitched. This doesn't sound like the Bewitched theme to me.
No.
Natalie, you're too young for Bewitched, aren't you?
No, I used to watch it at my granny's house. Yeah.
Let's go to 1959 in Johnny Horton
White Noise.
is going to teach us about the Battle of New Orleans, I think. I could do without the preamble. Just get to the banjo,
I might go to
please.
sleep.
I know, right? This is what you're accustomed to. Natalie's going to fall out. Oh, there we go. Oh, listen. Mr. Gray, he played this. Oh, my goodness gracious.
In
It's a lot.
1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little
He played
beans and we
all
caught the
those,
bloody
like-
British in a town in New
Yeah,
Orleans.
I remember
remember
history
it.
teacher. My fourth grade teacher played this all the time. I think we had to memorize it.
But, you know, music is an effective way to learn.
It's a great way to learn.
You know?
And a great way to
So-
learn. Let's go to 1968. The Rascals were number one.
I'm
with
just glad he wasn't the choir teacher.
Beautiful Morning.
Just taking some clean, fresh air, boy.
So when your white noise turns off of your ocean sounds, does it immediately start playing that song?
Yeah, 100%.
You should set a routine to do that. When your white noise turns off, it's a beautiful morning.
Yeah, she probably smack whatever it is that's playing.
Yeah, exactly.
1977. Waylon Jennings, number one. I was hearing on KSR yesterday the unbelievable number of babies, male babies, who are being named Waylon in Kentucky. It was a big number last year.
I think I know a Waylon or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Crying in the rain.
Oh, da, 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 da. Ain't nobody feeling no pain. Let's go to 1986. See, you were talking about music's a great way to learn. We learn that children are our future. We teach them well and let them lead the way. If it weren't for Whitney's music, we wouldn't know that. I mean, if Whitney hadn't done it, I don't know who would have taught us that.
If you can reach
Naughty Girl, Beyonce, number one in 04. It was back when she still had a last name. Yeah, she used to be Beyonce Knowles, and now she's just Beyonce. He said, who sings that? Beyonce? Beyonce Smith? No, Beyonce Knowles. Now, I'll guarantee you we have some other Beyoncés now.
Oh.
You know there have been a bunch of baby girls named Beyonce. Yeah. Mirrors, number 1 and 13 from Justin Timberlake. And this time last year, Harry Styles' As It Was number 1. As It Was. Natalie, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you again. And maybe you'll be back before the summer is over. And I didn't get any Harper stories on the air, so I'll need some Harper stories
All right,
next time you're back.
Pocket full of them.
Surely there's some type of some hilarity that Harper's been involved in. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today says, appear as you are, be as you appear. Appear as you are, be as you appear. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Remember, God loves you, and I do too. If you don't know Jesus, let me know, and I'll introduce you. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Natalie Tall, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powering through the Twin Lakes with the best mix of music, news, weather, and fun. If it's in the Twin Lakes, it's on K105.